How's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm sorry for bothering you. I'm Jackson. I'm just here with my buddy's pest control company.
Yeah, we're not interested.
Man, this job sucks. Wonder how the guys are doing.
Off to work.
3 hours later.
Okay. I'm back next to my next job. Alright. Now to connect with some idiots.
1 hour later.
Whew. Alright, now time to teach some kids some theater.
3 hours later.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards.
Oh, that was fun. Okay, next job. Okay, now time to work on what the blank stuff. Oh wait, I can do that at home. I wonder what the other guys are doing.
This is nice. Tropical weather, cool breeze, peace and quiet, no one to disturb you. Freshly squeezed orange juice. Oh, wonder how the other guys are doing.
Welcome to How the Blank by What the Blank Entertainment, and this is How the Life Update. Yeah, season 3. So this is the first episode of season 3, and we had to go online. Why did we have to go online, Brandon?
Well, you see, after the technology video, I was just so amped to get some technology on our podcast, and I thought this would be a good start.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not what happened, but it's a good story, and that's what I'm going to tell everyone. No, so we are expanding, very largely expanding at What the Blank, and part of that is going multinational as the company. And so I am currently all the way across the world in Indonesia,
Yay!
setting up the second branch for What the Blank Entertainment.
Yeah. And Jackson, where are you at right now?
I am in Tennessee. I am out here in Nashville and Clarksville, Tennessee, doing sales. So yeah, we are quite spread out.
Spread them wings.
Yeah. And then I'm actually, I broke into the studio and actually am here in St. George. No, I'm not actually. But I am in St. George. I was visiting family and everything, and I was really tempted to break in. I didn't, but I was this close. This close.
You should have, man. You should have. I still gave you permission to do it.
Jackson's like, my dog still got to eat.
Someone needs to take care of him. Oh, man. That's funny.
Yeah. So I'm the only one still in St. George for our recordings.
You're loyal. You're grateful. I appreciate that.
But
That's the commitment I like to see.
yeah.
Braxton's not allowed to leave the state.
Don't tell anyone.
I'll get you DoorDash every third day,
Okay. Okay, sounds good.
but no
There you
leaving
go.
the studio.
No leaving the studio.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're
I have
stuck in
to
there
say-
forever.
Hey, we're switching roles then, Jackson.
Yeah, you're gonna be the new music dude. Heck yeah, dude. Wait a minute. That means I'm in charge of children's theater.
No,
I can't do
he's
that.
in charge of all productions. So literally, you have to do everything.
Nope. I can't do that.
We're screwed, man.
I know. Well, sweet. So, how has life been in Indonesia, Brandon?
It's been wild, like trying to come here and set up. Like, because speaking of technology, like everything here is so primitive, and so like I've had to import all my technology, like even the stand I'm like recording on, and like the phone I'm recording on, like I got when I went to Thailand because I took a little journey there too. I couldn't find even a tripod in Indonesia, man. I had to go out of country to get that stuff. So,
Oh,
This is the day when we separate the men from the boys.
but now that I is here, one thing we're planning on doing soon is actually the room I'm in that you can't see because I have the studio background is we're going to make a secondary studio here in Indonesia. And we're going to put up some of the padding and the decor and maybe rent out the studio a little bit. So that's an exciting thing coming in a few months. So I'm pumped for that.
That's awesome.
I'll be excited.
Yeah, well,
That'll be
Yeah,
exciting.
what a
to
lot of
see.
people don't know, and what's probably confusing to the people asking, why are we in Indonesia? Well, it's because somehow, ironically, that's where most of our fan base came from throughout this whole social media campaigns and YouTube. Over 2/3 of our audience for a long time was all Indonesian.
Yeah.
And so now we're catering to that crowd.
and then somehow you married an Indonesian princess.
He ain't much of a stud either, from what I hear.
And now
So
Brandon's
for
a
all
rich
the
billionaire.
Indonesians working, man, I wish. I mean,
Don't we all?
I guess in this currency, maybe it won't be too hard to get, but
Oh man.
no.
Yeah, that's
So
crazy.
to all you Indonesians watching, you're not the only one, and thank you for your support.
Yeah, we really appreciate.
Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys.
Right.
So Jackson, how's your summer been? How's been being in Texas and in Tennessee?
Yeah, dude. So when I originally started getting ready to come out to Texas to start, I made that decision, and we talked about it on one of our episodes with me coming out to do sales for my buddy's pest control company. And when I was
Check it out.
Yes, exactly. And what happened was I didn't really get much training in before I left because I made that decision so last minute. And so I didn't have a lot of training to start. And so when I went out to Texas, it was kind of funny because I was actually supposed to go to Lubbock, Texas when I was going to head out there. And it was funny because when I got on my plane to go to Lubbock, I ended up stopping in Phoenix to switch flights. And when I got to Phoenix, the owner of the company, he texts me. He's like, "Hey, dude, how do you feel about going to Corpus Christi instead?" And I was like, "What the heck is a Corpus Christi?" Like, I had no idea what Corpus Christi was. I didn't even know it existed as a city. I didn't know.
What?
And so what happened was he asked me, he's like, "How would you feel about going to Corpus?" And I was like, "I don't know what that is." He's like, it's a city on the coast. And I was like, "Oh, that sounds cool." And so he told me like all the pros and cons of going to Corpus versus going to Lubbock. And I was like, okay, cool. Yeah. So I'm going to go to Corpus. So like last second, there was a flight that I had to get rebooked to go to Corpus Christi that same night. And so I ended up flying out to Dallas that same night. Literally less than an hour later, I got on the flight, got to Dallas. And then I stayed in Dallas all night, pretty much like, I think it was about 7 or 8 hours I was in Dallas at the airport. And then got on my flight, got to Corpus, and then I immediately, like the next 2 days after that, went straight into the neighborhoods and started selling. And it was the most terrifying first day that I've ever had on a job, dude. It was.
Oh my God, I'm peeing a little bit. I'm peeing a little bit.
It was horrifying for me because I'm not like a very social person to start. And so when I didn't have a lot of training to begin with, I got on the doors in that neighborhood and I was so scared to knock on a door. I don't know what it was when I first got out there, but man, like I got on the doors and knocked that first door, stumbled so bad over my words. Like, it was horrible for me to just sit there and listen to myself talk like a mumbling idiot and just watch these people like, yeah, not interested, buddy, slam the door in my face. Okay, move on to the next one. So I did that over and over again, but I eventually started getting better and better as I started going on, and got to the point where I was starting to get at least one a day. And then I started getting 2 a day, and then started getting close to about 3 on average a day. And then I started getting up to 4, and then I got up to a 5 day, which is 5 sales in a day. And that was my biggest day that I had out in Texas. And then I was only out there in Texas for about 5.5-ish weeks, somewhere around that. And then went home for a weekend, saw my sister get married.
Always cry with.
And then I DJ'd at her wedding, by the way. That was pretty fun. And then came out to Tennessee. And I was supposed to go to Nashville to start, actually. But what happened was the owner of the office in Nashville texted me. He's like, hey, man, I actually need another guy in Clarksville to sell. I've only got one guy selling right now, so you're going to be up here with him, blah, blah, blah. So I ended up coming up here to Clarksville to start selling. But here's what happened. So up here in this area, there's about maybe 7 or 8 different companies that are also doing the same thing right now. And Clarksville isn't like a big city. It's just kind of like spread out, really, but there's a lot of neighborhoods and everything everywhere. And so what happened up here right now is all these companies, they have like 50, 60 different sales guys across their company here in the area, like Clarksville, Nashville, Gallatin, like everything else around here. And so there's neighborhoods being hit so hard with all the different door-to-door sales guys. And so when me and my sales partner would go out to different neighborhoods, like we'd be on the doors for maybe not even more than 10 seconds, most doors, before they're like, dude, we've already been talked to by like 5 or 6 different companies in the last 2 weeks. And I was like, oh my gosh, dude.
You should start dressing up like a Jehovah's Witness. That way they feel like they have a break.
Dude,
Maybe they'll hold the door open a little longer.
Dude, I actually really considered actually buying Girl Scout cookies and actually like just yelling out Girl Scout cookies, you know what I mean? And just like handing out like free Girl Scout cookies if they listen to me for a second. But yeah, anyway, but after a little while, I remembered when I was doing my training originally, what?
Okay.
What were you saying, Braxton?
Real quick, before you continue on, I just imagined like Jackson with Girl Scout cookies doing a high pitched voice, like being like, then takes off like the wig and be like, "Do you want to buy some pest control?"
I was thinking like he had like roaches in the box, and then when they opened the door, he just dumps them on the floor and was like, "I see you got bugs. I can take care of it."
Hey man, while I'm here, my truck is in the area. If I can get you guys taken care of, we can do it for super cheap. Can you imagine that, dude? Oh my gosh, man, that's so funny. So anyway, Braxton, how about you? How's it for you?
Really quick, what are you saying, Brandon?
Oh, before we hopped on to the next subject, I was going to say a lot of people keep asking about the music department and if it's coming back, when exactly it's coming back, and what changes are happening with it.
Yeah. So kind of the main thing is I'm going to be out here doing this until mid to late September. Just kind of depends on what happens, but I'm going to say around mid September-ish is when I'm going to be done out here. So my studio will be open after that time during the fall. And then throughout the rest of the season up until, whenever we're doing other things. But yeah, so it'll be open after that. And then we're also going to be doing some more online courses and online things throughout the music department. We're going to be teaching some different things, whether it's like with production or at least just basic music things in general. We're going to be doing a bunch of online courses, classes, and whatever else we can get our hands on to help teach and, educate children, teenagers, young adults, whoever else wants to get into this really is what we want to be able to do is start, teaching everyone about it. But I'm also still going to be able to do production, editing and splicing as well. And then recording time in the studio. whenever people are wanting to do it, we can figure something out. But that's kind of like the biggest thing is starting to do like more online courses now after the summer is up.
Sweet. That sounds awesome.
I like that.
Yeah, for me, I've just been holding down the fort. I've been
You've been busy.
I know I have.
Wait, holding it down? Is that windy up there?
Yeah, I'd say so. No, so while Brandon's been getting his life set up in Indonesia, and while Jackson's been doing summer sales, I've been really doing a lot with the podcast and with the K.I.M project and getting all that set up. And we saw a lot of interest with stuff going online for children's programs and for theater programs in general. And we're like, let's do it too.
I'm in.
And so I've been setting up this whole summer to do this transition for us to go online, and it's been really fun. We have new logos that are coming out soon. Look at them; they're pretty sweet.
Look at it! 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 I want all of you to look at it!
I designed them. They're pretty awesome.
He did a good job. I was just trying to catch him.
And yeah, it's been really fun. I've been working. This summer I've been sick half the summer. Like, it's been awful. Like, me and my wife got sick. And then I've just like it's been crazy. But I've been working on Connecting Idiots, which is Brandon and my YouTube channel. You guys should check it out. But stuff with that.
That channel is good. That channel's fun. It's and there might be some collaboration a little bit happening, but that channel is specifically if you want to see the exact comparisons between Indonesia and the United States, cultural differences, daily differences, technology, just anything at all. Like, that's the place to check it out because we'll do direct comparisons to what else is doing.
Yeah. What else have I done this summer? Pool parties, a lot of fun stuff with that. Taking care of dogs. So me and my wife take care of animals during the summer because a lot of people go on trips, and so like it's easy for us to just like watch extra animals. And so we have 3 like elderly animals that we watch. We're gonna watch them next week, and it's been crazy. It's part of life, right? All the crazy life updates of going from one way to another to another. As people say, I am the Energizer Bunny. I never stop. I go from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next.
Jack, Braxton, you also have some things going on with the K.I.M project where you're transforming it online. How exactly are we doing that?
Yeah, so we are still doing the same like dates and times for the K.I.M project, but we are just live streaming, talking about it because we didn't have as many kids sign up as we wanted. And so we decided that we would do a miniature version of the K.I.M project online live streams. So we're going to live stream it on Instagram and have it on there. So please check us out, follow us on there so that you can do that. When this is up, it will be over, I think, actually. But we will still have all the lives on there, and Captain Talltail himself is coming out to do a full hour live stream with us, and we're going to put it up here on YouTube, and we're so excited. We're going to live stream it, and we're going to go over all 4 of his books. We don't have the exact date yet, but we'll put it on our social media and everything. It should be in the next few weeks. And we'll have Captain Telltale himself go over all 4 books, and we're going to use the K.I.M project to create a small scene. So we're so excited to do that. Join us for that. We will determine a time soon. We'll put it all up on here, and we're so excited to have all that. So yeah, those are the updates with that. Yeah, just holding down the fort.
Yeah. So as for the company, there's a lot of exciting things happening. Jackson kind of touched on the music department. We talked about some of the classes, and we talked about the multinational branch. But one of the new services that we are starting to do now, that we've actually been doing for 3 years, we've just not offered it as a regular service. We've just been doing it as special events, and of course for our podcast and social media, is we've decided to take our special video editing team, which includes me and Braxton, and we're actually offering it as a service now, since we've been doing it for 3 years without ever charging for it.
Yeah.
So we want to open that up to more people. We've decided there's a big enough interest in it. So any kind of inquiries you have and you want a free consultation, please reach out to us at whattheblankentertainment@gmail.com, or message us on one of our socials, because we like people getting in our DMs, but not the creepy ones.
Slide into my DMs.
Yeah.
And go to whattheblank.org to see all of our other online services that we provide. We're going to start doing classes soon, and also we are going to, with the video editing, have special videos on there that we've edited ourselves. So check them out.
Yep. And be sure to follow us on our socials. We got Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, everything else. And we're also doing our audios on Spotify. So be sure to follow us on all of our socials at What the Blank Entertainment.
Sweet. Well, thanks for joining us, and we will see you guys next time. This was How the
Live
Eight.
updates.
Live updates.
Bye. Oh my goodness.
What is happening right now?
I don't know.
Dude, I feel like I'm bugging out right now. Like, what is going on right now?
You are.
You just did a somersault on mine. You like full on flip.
I did?
Yeah.
What? Dude, I don't know what's happening. I'm just trying to use my phone right now. Like, this is the weirdest thing. Is it like my connection, or is it where I put my phone? I don't even know, but
I think it's your connection, man. Do they not have Wi-Fi out there?
Well, they do, but I haven't been able to get it yet.